So the Enforcement Directorate is seeking 10 days ED custody. The ED says they want to get details of proceeds of crime. That's their claim. I want to quickly cut across to India Today's Munish Pandey, who's standing by at the court of the learned special judge at this ED court, Kaveri Baveja. Munish, is there a delay? The judgment was reserved. Very grave charges leveled by the Enforcement Directorate, where they say Delhi Chief Minister is the kingpin and key conspirator of the Delhi excise scam in collusion with ministers of Delhi government, Aam Aadmi Party leaders and other persons. But do they have corroborative evidence to prove this?
Well, Gaurav, as far as Enforcement Directorate is concerned, remember in that remand copy, they mentioned about certain evidence they have gathered against Arvind Kejriwal. Now, as far as the allegations of conspiracy and kingpin is concerned, they have recorded a statement of at least 5 such individuals who are not only accused in the case, but one of that individuals has turned approver in the case, that is Magunta Reddy's son, Raghav Reddy. And according to that statement, Arvind Kejriwal was not only part of the conspiracy, but when the meeting took place between Magunta Reddy, who is also a member of parliament from Andhra Pradesh, he met Arvind Kejriwal physically, and on instructions of Arvind Kejriwal, he met K. Kavita, where K. Kavita disclosed that we have to give 100 crore rupees of bribe to Aam Aadmi Party, to Arvind Kejriwal, and that bribe money was also given to Aam Aadmi Party through Vijay Nair. That is a clinching evidence of Arvind Kejriwal's alleged role in conspiracy and being beneficiary of proceeds of crime, that is the kickbacks. Apart from that, they have given technical evidence also that Arvind Kejriwal on one occasion, he spoke to one of the accused in the case while he was the Chief Minister of National Capital. The person was Samir Mahendru. He was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate as well as by the Central Bureau of Investigation, and in that phone conversation, Arvind Kejriwal said that Vijay Nair is my boy, you can trust him. And why, Gaurav, Vijay Nair is important here? Because according to Enforcement Directorate, Vijay Nair was acting as a middleman between South Cartel. He was someone who collected 100 crore rupees of alleged bribe from the South Cartel, and later on that money was passed on to the Aam Aadmi Party. And again, according to ED, the ultimate beneficiary, because Arvind Kejriwal is convener of the party, was Arvind Kejriwal, the Chief Minister of National Capital. The third and the most important was that the Aam Aadmi Party candidates who fought elections on AAP ticket from Goa, they were given cash money, and the cash money was nothing but the proceeds of crime generated in this entire scam. Now, ED claims that they have a money trail of over 45 lakh rupees which was paid in cash. They have statements from those candidates who have given their testimonies saying that they were paid in cash by Aam Aadmi Party to fight elections. And now the money laundering charges here, according to Enforcement Directorate, is establishing the link with Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal. And here comes the important point, Gaurav, because remember, from all this while there were allegations that whether Aam Aadmi Party was involved as an accused or not, but this is the first indication which Enforcement Directorate has given that in future Aam Aadmi Party might be made accused in the case because they were beneficiary of proceeds of crime. This party used the money, the ill-gotten money, for election reasons, and if Aam Aadmi Party becomes accused in the case, Gaurav, this will be for the first time in history that any national party will be made accused in a corruption case, and once they are made accused in a corruption case, then their entire donation, entire funding will be frozen by the Enforcement Directorate. So these are grave charges based on which the ED is very confident that they will be getting custody of Arvind Kejriwal in connection with this case.
You know, Manish, of course, the ED asking for remand on all that you have just detailed for our viewers. But ultimately, if precedence is to go by, also the sheer fact that it all needs to be proven in a court of law. But if you go by precedence, Manish, then with what went down with Manish Sisodia, what went down with Sanjay Singh, we are looking very clearly at remand being given to the ED. Munish, that question's for you. I don't think
Yeah, well, Preeti, you are absolutely right. Going by the history, we have seen that whenever ED has arrested any high-profile person, or for that matter, any person in any connection in a money laundering case, that person has not been only given remand, but the bail becomes extremely important. Remember, Preeti, you have also covered this case very closely. Manish Sisodia was arrested last year in the month of February by the Central Bureau of Investigation, and later Enforcement Directorate also arrested him. Still, he is in jail. His bail application was rejected twice by the Supreme Court, and now he has to fight this bail battle again from the lower court. Sanjay Singh was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate in the same case. He is still in jail. Vijay Nair was the first person to be arrested by the Enforcement Directorate in connection with this case. It has been almost 1.5 years that Vijay Nair is still languishing in jail. Even if we don't talk about this case, if we talk about the other money laundering cases, yes. Remember, Nawab Malik was in jail for more than 1 year. Anil Deshmukh, the then Home Minister of Maharashtra, he was arrested by ED. He was also in jail for more than 1 year. So if we go by the history, whenever a person has been arrested under Prevention of Money Laundering Act, it becomes extremely difficult to get bail in this case. And here we are also seeing that the Central Bureau of Investigation, in most there is a high likelihood that CBI will also seek custody of Arvind Kejriwal in this case, and if it happens, then Arvind Kejriwal has to get bail in both the cases, in the CBI case and ED case, and it is not going to be easy for the Chief Minister of National Capital.